Namo Vishnupadaya Krishnaprasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Ashtakadeshakarine Jaya Shri Krishna Prabhu Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमदेव श्री भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की नवाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री द्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री राधा रस बिहारी ललिता विशाखा की श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण की श्री श्री गौर निताई की श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की ऑल ग्लोरीज टू assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Which verse? 35. पीछे दो पहला
chapter 32 na 36 page 727
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय Sukam tva idanim trividam Shunu me bharatarshaba Abhyasa dramate yatra Dukkantam cha nigacchati Sukam tva idanim trividam Shunu me bharatarshaba Abhyasa dramate yatra Dukkantam cha nigacchati बोलिए
सुखम त्विदानी त्रिविधम शृणु मे भगवद्गीता पत्रे यत्र दुःखान्त च निगच्छति
Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. O best of the Bharatas, now please hear from me about three kinds of happiness by which the conditioned soul enjoys and by which he sometimes comes to the end of all distress. A conditioned soul tries to enjoy material happiness again and again. Thus he chews the chewed, but sometimes in the course of such enjoyment, he becomes relieved from material entanglement by association with a great soul. In other words, a conditioned soul is always engaged in some type of sense gratification. But when he understands by good association that it is only a repetition of the same thing, and is awakened to his real Krishna consciousness, he is sometimes relieved from such repetitive so-called happiness. Next verse. Yatatagre vishamiva pariname amrutotpamam tatsukam satvikam proktam atma buddhi prasadajam. That which is the beginning may be just like a poison, but at the end is just like nectar, and which awakens one to self-realization is said to be happiness in the mode of goodness. In the pursuit of self-realization, one has to follow many rules and regulations to control the mind and the senses, to concentrate the mind on the self. All these procedures are very difficult, bitter like poison, but if one is successful in following the regulations and comes to the transcendental position, he begins to drink like nectar and he enjoys life. Vishayendriya samyogat yatadagre amritotvam pariname vishamiva tatsukam rajasam smritam. That happiness which is derived from contact of the senses with their objects, and which appears like nectar at first, poison at the end, is said to be of the nature of passion. A young man and young woman meet, and the senses drive the young man to see her, to touch her, to have sexual intercourse. In the beginning, this may be very pleasing to the senses, but at the end or after some time, it becomes just like poison. They are separated, or there is divorce, there is lamentation. जालस्य प्रमादोत्तम तामसमुदाहृतम्. And that happiness which is blind to self-realization, which is delusion from the beginning to the end, and which arises from sleep, laziness and illusion, is said to be the nature of ignorance. One who takes pleasure in laziness and in sleep is certainly in the mode of darkness, ignorance, and one who has no idea how to act and how not to act is also in the mode of ignorance. For the person in the mode of ignorance, everything is illusion. There is no happiness either in the beginning nor at the end. For the person in the mode of passion, there might be some kind of ephemeral happiness in the beginning and at the end distress. But for the person in the mode of ignorance, there is only distress both in the beginning and the end. Om Ajnanatimridasya Jnanasnapaya So, we all want to be happy in this world all the time, and at the end also we want to finish up the distress. Most of the time we are in distress, so we want to finish it off. That is why we do so many counteractive measures to counteract the distress. So, but Prahlad Maharaj is saying, 7th canto, 9th chapter, Yasmat Priya Apriya Vyoga Janma Shokagnina Sakalayo Nishu Dehimana Dukkoshatam Tadapi Dukkavat Atadhyaham Bhumam Brahmami Vadame Tavadasya Yogam. So, Yasmat Priya Apriya Vyoga Samyoga Janma. When do we get happiness? Because something which is dear to us happens to me, right? Something which I like. Then we become unhappy when something which is not to our liking happens. At home also, If the husband and wife, they are nice to each other, there is happiness. Right? But if they are not happy with each other, there is always distress. But our friends, relatives, we don't choose, It happens. There are so many ladies going around, but we choose somebody to be wife, hoping that she will give happiness. But sometimes it turns out to be opposite. So, yasmat priya apriya, viyoga and samyoga. Sometimes we people like each other, and then there is we live together, and then we are happy. But it is not possible, all the time to live together. Somewhere he may get some job somewhere else, or he may get married at somewhere else, and then will go away. That is like that. There is a priya apriya, viyoga and samyoga. Sometimes we have to live with people whom we don't like, and people whom we like, they will live far away. Then video call, make a video call, speak like that. So, like this, Prahlad Maharaj is saying, Shoka Gnina. We burn in the fire of lamentation. Dahyamana. We get burnt. Right? So when we are in distress, we apply some solution, and that solution becomes another cause of distress. That's what Prahlad Maharaj is saying. Bhumam brahmami vadame tamadasya yogam. My dear Lord, I am roaming around in this material universes. When will you call me and keep me as your servant? So it is a very significant verse. Prabhupada quoted this verse many times. Just like nowadays in Mumbai, we are facing so much distress because everywhere there is dugout. We are thinking, hoping that when the metro comes, life will be easy. Right? For some time it will be okay. Then that metro also will become full. Then they don't know what to do. Prabhupada said, previously there were no vehicles. They used to go by horse carriages, bullock carts. Then people used to simply walk. Mahaprabhu walked all over India. Can you imagine? We can't even imagine, right? Going to Vrindavan Yatra by walk. Previously, we used to go by train, second class sleeper. Right? Frontier Mail or Golden Temple Express. Or there is one more train in the morning time. From Bandra. What is the train? Huh? Yeah, it is very famous. So if you get a reservation in second class, sleeper class, it's a big thing, you know. Otherwise, we used to go without reservation only, sleeping on the floor. Now we go by third class AC, 3-tier AC. थोड़ा better है. We think they are better to go by flight. Like that. So people used to walk previously. So now they invented motor vehicles. We can go very easily from one place to another place. Now they have, this year they say hottest summer was there everywhere. Europe and all, they were boiling. Very hot summers. People are dying because of heat. In London, they were saying they don't have ACs. They don't have ACs because weather is always nice. They only have heaters. Now people were dying because there was no AC and it was so hot. And they don't have facility to, put ACs. Like that. So because of pollution, the greenhouse gases, I think carbon monoxide and all these vehicles, they are producing they are releasing carbon monoxide and it is going and destroying the ozone layer. So we are facing another problem. We wanted to solve the problem of walking. Now we have created another problem. It is so dangerous that glaciers in Himalayas, they are going to melt because of high temperatures. And the places like Delhi and all, they get flooded in near future. So it is like this. Prabhupada writes that we should agree that the scientists, philosophers, educators, they have failed to solve the problems of people. And they should agree and they should come to Krishna consciousness and completely surrender to Krishna. But they will not agree that we have failed to solve the problems in the society. Problems are only increasing. But ultimately we all want happiness. But we are only busy counteracting the distress. So, in these 3 verses, Krishna explained mode of happiness in mode of goodness, happiness in mode of passion, happiness in mode of ignorance. When we come to Krishna consciousness, by the time we come here, we are already addicted to drinking coffee, tea, watching movies. Some people are addicted to drinking alcohol, eating meat. And illicit sex. So, when I first came to Krishna consciousness, after some time, when I started coming, they said, you have to give up coffee. So I'm a South Indian, addicted to drinking filter coffee. Right? When you go to Matunga, you get the smell of coffee, everywhere, filter coffee. So every day I used to go to, from Sayan Kulivada, I used to go to Udupi Ramakrishna Hotel. You know? Anybody knows? Huh?
King Circle.
Yeah. You went? Udupi Ramakrishna, very famous. So I used to go, then I used to get the smell of coffee. Then I was thinking how to give up, coffee. So addicted to watching so many movies, doing so many things. So when we go to Krishna consciousness, so it is like poison, right? We are accustomed to eating late in the night and sleeping late in the night, waking up late in the morning. But when we come to Krishna consciousness, they will tell you, sleep early, wake up early. That too what time? 3:30 बजे, 4 बजे. One of our Matajis, they say, when she was coming for Mangalarti, in the lift, she meets people who are coming up from parties. 3 or 4 o'clock, whole night they do, whole night out. But somehow or other, if we practice waking up early in the morning, taking cold water bath, attending Mangalarti. Now you have online, you can attend, right? Then, even though in the beginning it is difficult, it is like poison. After some time, you derive a lot of pleasure. I used to come and stay there in the temple on Saturday, Sunday. Friday night I used to stay. Saturday, Sunday. Sunday evening I would go back to my house. So 2 days. So somehow or other, because of the past life or whatever, I became so attracted to Radha Rasbihari, seeing him Mangalarti. I used to feel like actually nectarian pleasure. Slowly got addicted to, happiness of seeing face of the Lord every day morning. So even now also, I am not fed up of seeing the Lord every day morning. Oh, I am not thinking, I don't think, yesterday I have seen, day before yesterday I have seen, आज दर्शन नहीं लिया तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, ऐसा फीलिंग कभी नहीं आता है. So in the beginning it was very difficult, but slowly I remember when I joined in the ashram, if anybody wakes me up before 4 o'clock, I would shout at them. I will wake up only at 4 o'clock in the morning and then get ready quickly. And then, like we see, they run for attendance and all. After some time, I started waking up at 2:30 in the morning. Right? Finish one set before Mangalarti, one set after Mangalarti, like that. So in the beginning it was difficult, but if you are determined, then it will become nectar after some time. That is happiness in the mode of goodness. Mode of passion, people in the mode of passion. In the beginning it is like nectar and the end is poison. So in the beginning, man and the woman, they meet with each other, they exchange phone numbers. Give him prasad. The boy and the girl, they meet with each other, they exchange phone numbers, and they start messaging WhatsApp and exchanging photographs. It looks very nice. In the beginning it is very nice. Then they get married. After some time, the same lady जहर लगती है. Right? They keep saying also to each other, अभी आप जहर लगते हो. Right? आप बोलते थे क्या? हाँ?
Say in Marathi, I don't like it. Marathi नाही आवडत. That is there.
Like when the child is born, parents they compete, you know. मेरे जैसे दिखता है, मेरे जैसे दिखता है. जब बड़ा होके बदमाश हो जाता है, पता नहीं किसके ऊपर गया है. Right? तो सेम चाइल्ड जहर लगता है. क्योंकि when he starts demanding motor bike दो, latest iPhone दो, like that. There are WhatsApp jokes, you know, reels. The wife is asking the beginning, क्या खाएगा, क्या खाएगा? Husband is asking, क्या है आज? Then she will say, पालक पनीर, आलू पराठा, ये वो. Then after some time, 4-5 years after marriage, जो है खाओ. Right? No choice. जो बनाएगी वो खाने का. So the whole civilization goes on this mode of, you know, happiness in mode of passion. Everybody running after happiness and they get some happiness. In the beginning it is nectar, but in the end it is poison. And they have no solution to this problem. Then the happiness in mode of ignorance. That is very dangerous. They are always in illusion and they get happiness by sleeping too much. Prabhupada says they want to sleep 26 hours out of 24 hours. You know, he's joking. Whole day they want to sleep. Then alas. Alas means laziness. Then pramada. Pramada means madness. Like this, everywhere people are struggling. But devotees who are in mode of Vishuddha Sattva, those who are devotees of Krishna, they are always happy. They don't desire, oh, my dear Lord, please send me to Swarga, don't send me to Naraka, like that. Everywhere, wherever they go, they are happy. And wherever they go, people become very happy. All of you know, Yudhishthira Maharaj, in the end of his life, for 1 second, he was taken to hellish planet. 1 second. As soon as he reached hellish planets, there people, they are being burnt in the oils and they are suffering so much. As soon as Yudhishthira Maharaj entered, all the people in hellish planets, they felt, even though they are in the middle of frying oil, every resident of Naraka, they felt that somebody applied sandalwood pulp on their bodies. They felt so cool. All their distress became relieved. And they were demanding, please keep him for some time, please keep him for some time. So that is the effect of a pure devotee of the Lord. People become very happy. There is one king, Janak Maharaj. One day, he was taken to hellish planet, personally by Yamaraj. Why? Because he showed Vedabhav between his two wives. He did not equally treat them properly. Yamaraj told him, there is not much punishment for you, just visit. That too also, Yamadutas cannot take you, I have to come personally. Like that. So, during this visit to the hellish planets, everybody felt so joyful in hellish planets. Then Janak Maharaj told, these people are suffering so much. Take all my pious credit, give it to them. Let them become free from suffering. Because they were all demanding, please stay back, please stay back. Say, no, please take my pious credits and let everybody enjoy. And let them enjoy, like that. So, they have actually, they all became transferred to Swargaloka, all the people, all the residents of hellish planets. Then Yamaraj told, Janak Maharaj asked Yamaraj, so do I have to stay back? He said, no. Actually, because of your pious activities, you are supposed to go to heavenly planet. Now we will send you Brahmaloka. because of your great charitable work, out of your compassion, you have actually delivered all these people. Because of that, we will send you to Brahmaloka. Like that. So, in the same way, Prabhupada, he went. So during Prabhupada's time, the Western people, they are suffering so much because they are very confused. At that time, during 1965-66, America is fighting with Vietnam. That Vietnam war, so many American youth were getting killed. I know, you know what is the draft? Do you know? Draft board. You know what is draft board? Now in Israel, the devotees are also joining the army to fight against Hamas. So during war times, they make it compulsory for all the youth to go and fight with army, join the army and fight. It is compulsory for all the youth. It's called a draft board. Nobody can escape. People are very unhappy. They are protesting against Vietnam war. Why you are fighting unnecessarily? And there is churning of in the society. Should we follow the regular methods of all our people? So there was lot of turmoil was going on. People were suffering so much, and then people are addicted to drugs. They said so. People have introduced heroin, LSD. Take these drugs. You will experience spirituality. Like that. Timothy, Allen Ginsberg, they are all promoting drugs and sometimes they are promoting Hare Krishna also. Like that. When Prabhupada went, that was the right time. Right? So people became attracted to Krishna consciousness. And they became so happy. They became so joyful in Krishna consciousness. So Americans, they value their independence a lot. Not bowing down to authorities. I will do whatever I want. Who are you to tell me? But in Krishna consciousness, complete obedience. Complete obedience. You cannot even say one word to the senior. Whatever the seniors say, you have to do. It's like military. Such Americans who are having so much independent mentality, they have surrendered to Prabhupada. And they were actually obeying the orders of Prabhupada. All of you know there is one devotee, Tamal Krishna Maharaj. He was doing lot of preaching in Radha Damodar bus party. And there is some controversy going on because he was going to the temples and kidnapping brahmacharis. So brahmacharis are joining a lot in the bus parties. And then the devotees in the grahasthas, they were protesting because we are unable to run the temples because we are losing brahmacharis. Like that. There was some going on. So there was some turmoil. But Tamal Krishna Maharaj was producing results. He was collecting a lot of money, distributing a lot of books, making devotees. But he is causing disturbance also. Prabhupada told him, He was having some argument with Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, he told in the anger, what do you want me to do, Prabhupada? Go to China? Prabhupada said it was a good idea. Go to China. Going to China that time is certain death. Yeah, certain death. Because communist country, if you are caught preaching Krishna consciousness, they will give you acid bath. You know what is acid bath? They will take the devotee and then put him in the tub of acid. Then the bones also will melt. So dangerous. Once Prabhupada was in Vrindavan, that time there was a complaint that devotees are complaining to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, we are actually sending mails to you, but we are not getting reply. Because Prabhupada was very, very particular about answering the mails. Then Prabhupada was surprised because I didn't get any mail from you. Then he knew Harikesh Maharaj, he was actually censoring the mails. He was opening the mails, then he thought it is not important, so he is throwing away the letter, like that. Prabhupada came to know. So he was on morning walk. Then there was a messenger came, said somebody has to go to East Europe, East European countries, communist countries. They are all communist countries. Romania, Yugoslavia, Czechoslovakia, all these Russian bloc countries. Prabhupada said, Harikesh will go. He was that time personal secretary of Prabhupada. Prabhupada, I'm your secretary. No, not required. I will get someone else. When I have to go? Right now, today. Now. Said, I'm having fever. I said, no problem. Go away. Go. Like that. Oh, there you won't get anything, vegetables and all. Prabhupada said, eat meat and preach. So Harikesh Maharaj had to go. Of course, he went and then he created a revolution there, He was a pioneer in printing all these books in all these languages. There was a huge preaching went on. Then later on when Harikesh came back, he was crying. See, Prabhupada told him, see, you thought I am punishing you, but actually, if you are stayed with me, what would you have achieved? Answering some mails. Now you have done so much service. Like that. So by the time Krishna consciousness was introduced in Russia, people, they didn't have enough paper to print Bhagavad-Gitas in Russia. When Prabhupada went to Russia in 1971, he figured out people are very, very unhappy with communist rule. When he asked Professor Kotaski for the taxi, oh, very difficult to find a taxi. I will show you the shortcut to go to your hotel. So then Prabhupada understood. The society was very bad, everywhere queues. They will get only bread and potatoes in Russia. Then he said, this is a very potential place to preach Krishna consciousness. Just a small chingari, enough, because people are very unhappy. Like Prabhupada predicted, Same thing happened, you know. So Prabhupada, when he was in the hotel, what is that? KGB was observing Prabhupada because their two American disciples are with Prabhupada. So they were, wherever they are going, Prabhupada was going, they were tailing them, KGB. Prabhupada, they were warning Prabhupada, Prabhupada, just be careful, you know, these people are KGB. If anything, they will just put us behind bars, like that. Somehow or other, one person came to Russia from the room. Prabhupada initiated him. First meeting only. He taught him how to preach Krishna consciousness. He taught him how to translate. He taught him how to cook Krishna Prasadam in one meeting. Prabhupada said, preach. Then one person, you know, he was actually translating, writing Bhagavadgita on regular pages. Then he was giving it to people, and people became devotees, like that. So, wherever Prabhupada went and Prabhupada gave his books, you know, people became very happy. So, we should also come in contact with people and give Krishna consciousness, make them happy, because this happiness in goodness, passion and ignorance, it is not going to help. So wherever we go, we should carry some books in our bag. We should give it to the people, or beg people to chant Hare Krishna, to give them prasadam. So we should be in the mood of, you know, preaching all the time. Not that we come here, hear lecture and take prasad and go away. Then again next week you come and then again here and take prasad and go away. Like that. That is okay. But actually we should have this mood of preaching. Whomever you meet, you tell them about Krishna. यारे देखो तारे कहो कृष्ण उपदेश, हमारा आज्ञा गुरु है तारे देश. Whomever you meet, whomever you tell them about Krishna and his instructions and become a guru. Mahaprabhu is saying, it is my order. Right? So that should be the mood. You know, people, we should deliver people Krishna consciousness. Okay? Hare Krishna. Any questions?